Welcome back to my channel. I'm Elizabeth. I am so happy you are here. Today I am showing you a week's worth of dinners in less than 10 minutes. Let's get cooking. We are starting off strong with some fish tacos with a mango peppercorn salsa. So good, so fresh, so summery. I used honey mangoes in this recipe and you just dice them up. A little hack for you: if you struggle with getting the skin off of your mangoes, use a cup and drag your mango over the rim of the cup. It will take the skin off perfectly, so easy, and you won't waste as much mango. Perfect. And for the peppers, I used a ahi pepper, which we got at the farmer's market. I had no idea how spicy these were, so I did a little taste test. Based on my little taste test, I did not think they were spicy at all. Oh boy, was I wrong. When I put in the 4 or 5 peppers that I used without taking the seeds and the ribs out, oh my goodness, it was spicy. So I did a little plot twist. I decided to grill up some corn that we had left over. That grilled corn situation really made the salsa taste amazing, but it also toned down the heat from the peppers a bit. I also added some lime juice and lime zest to that salsa, a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. Let it sit while you deal with the fish, and it was so good. For the fish, I used halibut, but you could also use haddock or cod. Season it up with some cumin, smoked paprika, chili powder, chipotle chili powder, however you like. I like it nice and smoky, not too spicy. Grill it for about 4 to 5 minutes per side until it is flaky and cooked through. While that's cooking, I also grill up my corn that I'm going to add to that salsa. Once the fish is done, clean off that grill, pop on your tortillas, get them nice and charred and crispy and delicious, and then transfer them to a tea towel to keep them soft and pliable. Take your corn off the grill, slice it away from the cob, and then, my friend, add it to your salsa, and boy, oh boy, do you have the yummiest mango salsa that you will ever taste. No word of a lie. I also made a quick little avocado crema to go with these tacos. I just put some avocados, mayonnaise, lime juice, garlic, salt and pepper into a blender, blended it all up so that it was nice and smooth. Put that on the tortillas, topped with the fish, topped with salsa, served with some candied jalapenos. Oh my gosh, this was delicious. The next night, I ended up going out for drinks with friends before dinner. I didn't realize how late we would be out. I got home, it was around 6:30 or 7, and I was not in the mood to cook. And this is when your freezer is imperative. I looked in the freezer. We had some frozen chicken fingers. I grabbed them, popped them into the oven. To go with that, we had an abundance of ripe, beautiful tomatoes from the garden, and we had some stale bread. So I made some croutons out of the bread, chopped up those tomatoes, popped them in a bowl with some basil and a white wine vinaigrette, made a little panzanella salad, and that was dinner. And honestly, it was very delicious. And this is the perfect example of why you need to keep things in your freezer that are easy to make, because twists and turns happen during the week and your plan doesn't always go according to plan. And that is okay, and that's how life works. But sometimes you just need a little helping hand when that is the case. The next night we made empanadas, beef empanadas. Oh my gosh, these were delicious. We don't make them often because they are a little bit of a labor of love, but we made them this week. I made the filling in the morning so that it could chill out throughout the day in the fridge. For the filling, it's just ground beef. I used some corn, peppers, garlic, onions, lots of spices, some chopped up olives, and then I had some frozen pie dough from earlier in the summer that I thawed out, rolled it out, cut it with some cookie cutters into rounds, and then filled it with that beef mixture that had cooled during the day, brushed with egg, baked until they were golden brown, and these were delicious. The pie dough was shockingly very flaky. while I was rolling the pie dough out, I did not have high hopes, but it turned out really, really well. Despite a lot of them opening up, I just didn't crimp them well enough, but that is a-okay. Serve these with a chimichurri sauce and a quick salad, and Bob's your uncle. Dinner is served. So delicious. This next night, we had fish. I like to serve salmon or some kind of omega-3 rich fish at least once a week, but honestly, it gets boring if you are always pan frying it or baking it in the oven. So I really love when we make some fish cakes. And these fish cakes are so good. I will link the recipe below. They are actually a recipe that my mother-in-law makes quite often and totally inspired me to make. And I made those up, stuck them in the fridge so that they could chill out a bit and stick together better. And while they were chilling out, I cooked some farro. I sautéed some zucchini in some butter and garlic and olive oil until it was browned and caramelized. And I made a farro salad with that pan-fried zucchini and some feta cheese. It was so good. So, so good. So you should definitely try that. And the fish cakes were delicious as well. Perfect dinner for a busy summer night. And then this final night, we made a roast chicken. Roast chicken to me is one of the most comforting, nourishing meals. It is so good. And if you are in a time crunch when it comes time to make dinner, my hack for you is to butterfly your chicken or spatchcock your chicken, which means that you take the backbone out, flip her over, crack up that spine, or that breastbone, and your chicken will cook in half the time. It is so good. I love the flavor. I used a Cajun mix with some chipotle chili powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and smoked paprika. Rubbed that all over the bird and drizzled it with a bit of olive oil as well to make sure that that skin got nice and crispy and beautiful. And this meal was probably one of my favorites. It was simple. There was nothing crazy fancy going on, but it was just so comforting. And I feel like we are in that season, that transitional season right now in summer, when the sun sets a little bit earlier, the nights are cooler, and I just love a comforting, nourishing roast chicken dinner, especially during the week. There's something like super fun about that. And to serve with that chicken, I roasted up some sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, a mix of white potatoes, and I found this rosy, blushing pink potato right in that mix. We get all of our potatoes from the farmer's market, so I don't always know what type of potatoes we're cooking, but they are always delicious and so fun to see the different colors. Roast them up at the same time as that chicken to get nice and crispy. I also served this dinner with some sautéed kale, my favorite. This was so good. Let me know what you think of this video, what you had for dinner tonight in the comments. Make sure you follow along, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more videos like this, maybe breakfast, what I eat, lunch, the possibilities are endless. I hope you have the best day, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.